Hey everyone, it's Agnach here. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm bringing you a recap of our UWL match against Vedic Indians. There were a couple of very close time fails which I'll be showing at the end, but first let me show you all of our triples. So the first triple was coming from Fresh using DragBat. First he was using Hybrid, then he was using Queen Charge Lalo, and now he's turning a like onto DragBat. So let's see what he does. He's sending the RC with the baby dragon from 6 o'clock. The RC is going to be able to go inside, freezes the expos just to give her a little bit more time and be able to get rid of at least one of the expos. Gets rid of the air expo, which is perfect. The other one is on ground, so it doesn't really matter. Had a baby dragon at 3 o'clock right on the other side of the funnel. Then he puts his dragons with the loons around 4:30. Blimp from behind with the warden ability is going to go all the way in towards the town hall. He does have 6 bat spells and 4 freezes, doesn't have a rage, so he used the safety blimp with the sneaky goblins in there. Town hall goes down, dragons are still flying inside, sweepers are pointing to the right and left so they're not affecting the dragons. He's still going in, uses a freeze for the Royal Champ and a single Inferno. That means he only has 3 freezes for his bats, but that's okay. He thought that it was going to be enough to bring that single Inferno down. Warden ends up getting it down, which is perfect. The King and Queen ended up coming in from 130 with, I believe, an Ice Golem, just a tank. They get rid of the Lava Hound from the CC. There's a couple of dragons still alive. Uses the freeze for that Wizard Tower. He thought that it was going to be getting tanked by the heroes, but in the end it started targeting the bats, so he had to use it. Then he uses the next freeze on the Wiz Tower and the Multi Inferno. Thankfully that scatter shot was being tanked as well, so now he uses the last freeze on that Wizard Tower. Everything ended up pathing away from the Wizard Tower, which is actually pretty good, since they can get rid of the rest of the defenses. And the dragon ended up getting rid of that Wiz Tower. Uses the Queen ability for time. And everything gets cleared. Now we've got Vedic Neil from Vedic Indians. So Neil, I'm guessing it is. And he's coming in with the Inferno Dragon. So he's using a Yeti and the King at 9. Yeti to funnel the King so that he can go inside into the Town Hall. He puts the Queen at 12, creating the other side of the funnel. And puts an Inferno Dragon with the King just to make sure he does go to the Town Hall and gets it down. Uses the King ability. He's going to be able to get rid of the Town Hall nice and quick. The Queen is going to end up walking inside, or no, she keeps walking, but she's tanking the scatter until he pops the Queen ability. Now he's bringing the loons with Inferno Dragons and the Slammer. Starts placing the Skelly spells. Now if you're using this kind of attack, it's better to start placing your spells earlier rather than later, just so that the defenses are targeting the Skellies instead of targeting your Inferno Dragons. Otherwise it's kind of a waste of a spell. But this attack is so strong that it really doesn't matter if you misplace the spells. They will still be going nice and strong through the base. Uses the Royal Champ from like 2 o'clock coming in, gets rid of that AD, gets rid of some of the Teslas. He just has the Royal Champ ability. The Inferno Dragons get rid of the last scatter shot. The loons that are still surviving get rid of the Inferno, and this was crushed by Neil. Very nicely done. Then we've got Noob coming in against Irfan, and he's coming in with the Hybrid. And he also brings a jump instead of having 3 rages. So let's see what he does. Puts the Yeti at 2:30 with a Wizard, and then he places his Queen at 3 o'clock. He also has a Sneaky Goblin at around 4, just funneling the Queen in, and she starts going in. The Yeti ends up getting rid of one of the Teslas, uses Super Wall Breaker. She's going to be able to go in. The healers were starting to swap, but thankfully they came back. However, the AD did end up killing one of the healers, so now instead of 5 he's got 4, but that's still enough healers for a Queen charge. Queen does end up walking into the town hall, so puts the rage down just to make sure that the queen doesn't kill her. Then the poison down for the headhunters and the lava hound. Thankfully the queen didn't wake up the town hall before she killed the lava hound. So there's gonna be only that expo hitting her, which is fine. It's not enough DPS that she's gonna go down. So now she's hitting the town hall. Puts the rage down for the healers to keep the queen healed up. And now he starts with his king and siege barracks at 6 o'clock and the hybrid in between. The jump is for her to go inside into the scattershot compartment, and she's going to be able to get rid of that after she kills the king. Now he could have sent a couple of headhunters, but we didn't let him know, and he didn't realize it. But that's alright. He went to ability with the queen. Uses the freeze for the scattershot and the whiz tower, and the rest of his hybrid is still moving around with the queen. The queen is just surviving by a little bit, but she ends up surviving. She was pretty much a zombie queen, but she's still alive, and now she's going to be able to help out. The scattershot is now trying to kill her, so now she is tanking that scattershot while she's hitting on the wall, allowing the hybrid just to keep going through the base, get rid of the eagle. And that queen is still not dying, so that allows miners to get to that scattershot. The queen finally dies, but the miners ended up getting there. Star goes down, and this is a triple by Noob. Very nicely done with the queen charge jump hybrid. After those triples, the war finished 12-11. However, we had a 92.6% destruction. CJ had a 99% and I finished with a 97%, both very close. So I show you those attacks next. So here comes CJ with the super witches using the wooden walk at 6 o'clock. Now he does have the 5 zaps and quake. So he's gonna be able to get rid of that inferno and the expo. I think he had 6 zaps and 1 quake. Now the warden finishes with the funnel. Once he finishes the funnel, he's going to be able to pull him, which he does with the queen. Puts the last 2 healers on her and the super witches. Uses the king and normal witches at 3 o'clock just to funnel his troops in, and getting rid of a couple of Teslas, and puts the final super witch there just to make sure that everything does work inside. He does have a couple of super wall breakers, and he wants to wall break them all the way into the center of the base. Now the big boys do go in, and he puts the rage for the town hall. Town hall goes down, uses the warden ability, uses the final super wall breaker, opening the center of the base, pretty much opening everything. He still has 1 jump that he can use in there, so he places it for the back end so that he has access to the final scattershot and the eagle as well. Everything is getting stalled there in the center of the base, but everything is moving in. The queen was getting damaged like crazy, even though there were big boys, skellies, super witches. The expos were just targeting the queen, and she went down, had to go to ability. The RC he sends from 1 o'clock just to trim some of the defenses there. Now the queen is getting healed back up. Maybe not, the healers are healing the super witches. But the super witches are getting rid of the scattershot. Now the queen is gonna go down. If the healers had swapped to the queen, probably this would have been a different outcome. Now the witches are just going through the base. The witches with the healers, they will survive forever. The only problem with them is that they're extremely slow, as CJ found out on this raid. Wizzy Tower goes down. He's got a minion at around 11 o'clock, and he could have been the MVP of this attack. However, that minion and the archer, they're not going to be able to get rid of that gold storage. The super witches get rid of the mortar, but that gold storage ended up causing him that 99% 2-star. Then myself, I came in with normal witches and the super giants. I do come with 10 zaps and 2 quakes. As you know, if the scatters are within 10 tiles, I like doing this type of attack. However, this base had 3 multi-infernos, so probably I could have come with something different, but it ended up being a town fill, so the multi-infernos really didn't matter. Use the sneaky goblins for the gold mines just to funnel my troops in. I wanted to send a giant, the ice golem and the king in for that eagle, while everything else was coming in from 5 o'clock. Now, that Tesla pulled 3 of my super giants. Probably I could have waited until that Tesla went down before I placed my super giants, and then I sent the wall wrecker. Probably as well on this occasion I could have used the log launcher. However, the log launcher does die very quickly, which is why I preferred using the wall wrecker, which if I keep it protected it will get very far. So that's what I wanted, and I was gonna keep it protected. The first multi-inferno goes down, the king is gonna be able to beat through the wall in the middle and get rid of the second multi-inferno. As they're going in, I use the freeze for the expos just to make sure that the wall breaker gets a little bit further in, and I've got a super wall breaker in the wall breaker, so it's going to be able to open that wall to allow my troops to go into the temple. I send the royal champion just to help my witches. I don't want them dying to this temple. So it's killing all of the skellies. The tornado trap stopped all of the witches. Some of the witches and the queen end up going up, so it's a good thing that I had the royal champion down there, otherwise it would have been a 1-star. We still have the queen ability, the RC now getting stalled on skellies, and I use the queen ability as well just to get rid of these defenses nice and quick. We still have the king with quite a fair bit of health. He's going to be going against the multi-inferno. He doesn't have any problems with that. However, that archer tower ends up picking on my royal champion. If that archer tower had picked up on my king, this would have been a triple every day, because she would have gone to that archer tower and then she can get rid of those storages. And as you will see next, everything is getting taken down except for that corner, which the royal champion would have been able to clean it. Well, those were our time fails. A few more seconds and we could have won this war 14 stars. GG to Vedic Indians. Well, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.